Hey, don't ruin my day with this sad, sad story.
Hey, you're watching Jake and Amir, and if you see my dad, have him call me.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, third grade talent show. Decided to do stand-up comedy, but my material was a little raunchy. I was booed off the stage, but my dad was so embarrassed that he moved.
God.
All right, let me tell you a story. In 6th grade, I was bullied so hard that my dad almost moved. Instead, my teacher called a parental mediation session. So it's just me, my dad, the tormentor, and the tormentor's foster mom. They all ganged up on me so hard that my dad moved.
Sorry, your dad ganged up on you so hard that he moved?
Yes. You know what my dad did?
Moved?
He freaking moved!
Wow, you know, you also try to start a ton of AMAs. I am a coward and a fool whose dad moved out on him not once, not 12, but a dozen times. Ask me anything.
Yeah. My dad was his dad's butler, and they had a suicide pact, and at the last second, my dad chickened out and freaking moved. Yeah, ever since then, I've been paying off his life debt.
I, Penis Anthony Dublinier,
Heard your name.
was next door neighbors with Amir while growing up. And although his father managed to kiss a lot of people on the mouth and move around everywhere, Amir managed to make my life a living hell.
My father was a quiet man, proud. Growing up, we moved a lot. I actually caught him one early morning packing up our things, plates, cups, and whatnot. My mom is a French-Canadian queen, and my dad is an army rat.
What?
Mainly a rat coward who went AWOL during his time at Vietnam. Faked his own death not twice, but thrice during the span of 18 months and gave away the names and locations of over 1,000 of his comrades.
God, what a traitor.
Yeah, for that he received the Black Heart, Congressional Medal of Dishonor.
I feel like every time we have a conversation, I get so sad for you.
Number 4, shopping's a chore. But don't you fret. Do some quick shopping for your mad, bad, deadbeat dad. And then jet. Finally give your dad the one thing he's always asked for. Sure, you've tried to deny it, but it's high time you try it. Write him a note and wrap that belt around your throat. Pull up a chair and say your last prayer. Breathe that last deep breath
Listen, Mom, I gotta go. Hey, buddy, enough. Really, enough.
I'm not quite finished with the list, though.
Hold him. Talk to him like you're his mom.
Me and your father aren't proud of you.
Mom?
We're disgusted by you.
Mom?
Yeah, I wasn't home for but 2 minutes before the old man offers me a grilled jizz sandwich. Curious, I say yes, and he chucks a cast iron skillet at the back of my face.
The back of your face?
The back of my frickin' face, yeah. Hit me square and crack goes my weasel. So I say, no, not this year, not again, I'm better than this, and I book it like a librarian as my dad threatens to move. I'm crying like a coward up there, right? Screaming, it's a setup, it's a setup.
Why did you even go home?
I was asking myself the same question when my dad popped a squat on the windshield of my rented Kia Sorento and tried to drop a deuce. And I start humming to myself, Silent Night. Only problem is I'm sad as hell.
Yeah, I would be too.
But I figure, hey, 'tis the season, and who doesn't love a second chance? So I swing by the mall and buy my dad a $2,000 watch. Turns out gold isn't his color because when I get home, the entire house is gutted, empty, and there's a note on what's left of the door that says, here died a happy family. R.I.P. Thanks to you, Amir. I get a call from a jail in Fresno saying that they locked up my old man and threw away the key. I'm alone, not doing anything anyway, so I toss on a wig and hoof it down to the no to bail his ass out. He pretends he doesn't even recognize me. Spend another $15K trying to bail him out of that Alabama slam, and he tells the bailiff that he'd rather rot in hell than owe that son of a bitch coward, me, a frickin' dime. You wanna know the icing on the cake?
Not really.
Me and my dad made up, and he's coming to live with me in NYC. The Big Crapple.
That sounds like the worst idea ever.
I thought so too, but he promised to make me a grilled jizz on day 1.
Wow, mean text from your dad.
I know, right?
Sorry to miss you at Thanksgiving. Not.
It's how he jokes. Look at
There's
this.
a picture of him burning your childhood room.
Yeah, I know.
It's mean.
It's a meanie. You're mean.
Oh boy.
What?
Right here, you ask your dad for his address and he just straight up says no.
Yeah.
You said please and he doesn't respond for 4 full days. He finally says 554, go fuck yourself lane, Topeka, Kansas in the good old US of gay. He attached a picture of your entire family without you eating a turkey dinner.
It's funny.
You know what, man? I'm happy you came back with me for Thanksgiving.
Me too. Hey, can you do me a favor and read this email from my dad and tell me if there's one thing that you can think of that he doesn't call me out on?
Wow, long email. Security came to escort you out. You got down on your hands and knees and begged Karen for just one of her cock futures. You said, I'm sure my dad would be disappointed to see me groveling, but the look in his eyes when I show him I'm the certified owner of a cock future would surely erase 28 years of disapproval.
I'm a coward and a fool.
My dad tried to kill me, that's a fucking problem. My dad tried to kill me, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, you know what? That is a really big fucking problem.
I guess I'm a to-be or queer. Just don't tell my dad. He hates gay people.
He sounds like a piece of shit.
Say that again. Say that again and I will knock you the fuck out.
You know what, man? The shot that I gave you didn't have any alcohol
Talking
in it,
about
okay?
my
That wasn't
dad.
tequila.
And my dad hates me, he's got a fucking problem. And he won't return my call, I got a fucking problem!
My dad is like this toolbox extraordinaire. It pains me to call him.
What does that even mean?
I develop a zit the size of a gumball on my forehead. I think it's inconvenient, sure, but when I woke up to my dad trying to lance and drain the bitch with a toothbrush he sharpened like a shiv, I'm equal parts appalled and dumb. So he sits silently for a spell, right? And I see something wash over him, this quiet serenity, and I realize this dingbat's gonna lock me in the room. He reaches down into his pocket, and all of a sudden, Papa's all about that mace. About that mace. No, bubble. As in, he burst my bubble when he realized I wasn't the George Clooney-shaped hero that he hoped I was when he pea-sprayed me in the face. It really is a burlesque show. And he starts chuckling to himself, and I'll share credit with the evil whitehead, but I got to admit, I'm feeling not bad because this is the first time probably ever that I've seen my dad smile. We go to high five, he misses probably on purpose, and pooh! He hits my zit / boil / Lord and Savior, and boom goes the dynamite. The noise is deafening.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in me? Because I just got off the phone with my dad, and he was just berating me half an hour straight, screaming. I didn't even get a word in. He had 3 kids, 2 of them are doctors, and one's a royal pain in the ass, so that's not my fault. It's called not knowing how to raise your kids.
You drew a cock meat sandwich.
You sound like my dad, man.
Yeah. I'm not saying I said yes as in I agree with you. That's it. Yeah. Repeat it. Let me repeat it back. Say repeat it back and you keep on yelling. Now you're gonna feel so bad because I'm gonna cry. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Repeat after me. I'm a piece of garbage.
My dad put me in a mental hospital for 3 months. It's funny. This whole thing reminds me of my old man teaching me how to drive. Sit in the same seat you were. You can believe that.
I can believe that. Just please, can we not talk about your family?
Cursing the only God he knew that he lost that rock, paper, scissors match against my mommy. The loser has to teach Queen Dweeb to drive. That's what they said.
Queen Dweeb?
Queen Dweeb. That was their nickname for me. They used to yell it at me, taunt me, throw shit at me like the, what's the inside of a peach?
The pit?
Yeah, they used to throw knives at me. Number 7. I'm 11. A throwback Thursday to my tweenage years when my dad gave me 3 aged beers. Child Services gave me away, but that very afternoon gave me right back. Turns out I pissed off all the wrong people in the clerk's office. They figured what my dad was doing to me was more than deserved. It was earned.
Oh my God, that's dark.
Have you ever seen an admitted child abuser get off scot-free? Yeah, I wish it happened to someone else, and not me.
Pretty mean to wish that on someone else.
My dad defended himself in the courtroom, and all he did was stand up, point at me, and say, I rest my case. The loser got a standing O, and then my court-appointed attorney gave him a handy and a blow. 2 jobs for the price of fun.
You know what? Stop it. Don't make me feel sympathy for you, all right? You don't deserve it.
Dad, come back. I'm ready to love again. I'm sorry. My dad gave me a $100 bill to go fuck myself with. Every day, my dad gives me poison to sneak into your thermos of soup. All I want for my birthday is the courage to finally kill you. He said, your dad is an evil man and he's raising you to be the spawn of Satan. I have this thought, this fleeting thought, and I'm like, how the hell did I turn out so normal? Yeah, if you like that video, you're gonna love the next one.
I hated that video.
Well, then you're gonna love the next one.